Crikey, Lando. What a finish to the session that was.
I know. Sorry, that was the question. Yeah, a bit of a shame, honestly, because the 2 laps I did that put me P3, we didn't like. There's kind of 2 options we went for. You can go for the 1 lap full power, full battery, or you can go for the 2 consecutive less battery, and that's what we started with, hoping we would be able to do 1 push at the end, which was going to be that final push. So there was quite a bit more in it, let's say, in terms of lap time, and it would have been nice to go for 1 more chance. So I'm a bit annoyed. Like I say, I'm happy with P3, but chance to be even happier, which is obviously never makes me happy. But I guess a bit surprised to be P3, but great position for tomorrow.
Car looked good in these mixed conditions. I know that's probably not going to be the case tomorrow, but it must give you a lot of confidence heading into the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I think honestly, like then in qualifying, when people have less chances, less time to get up to speed, that's when we look better. I think in practice, when everyone was putting the laps in and so on, and people can show what their car can do, then we were honestly quite a bit further down the page. So shocked. I think it was more just when you got to deliver as a driver, when you got to put the lap in and execute, that's when we managed to do it. So car's good enough that it puts us in that position and gives me the confidence to do that. So happy. I would say I was happier in the dry than the wet, being honest. But I'm quite surprised now. So good day, I guess, and good position for the rest of the weekend.
Well, Valtteri, not the way you wanted Q3 to end. Just talk us through the issues you've had in the car.
So suddenly had an issue. There was like a bit of a burn smell towards the end of the qualifying, and suddenly I got a call from the engineers to stop the car. I don't actually know what the issue is, but something was overheating, I think. But hopefully it's nothing serious. I mean, it's a shame because I felt like there was good potential today for more than 8th. So, it's not a disaster in the end, the result.
And not the worst weekend for it to happen on either, of course, because you do have a chance tomorrow in that sprint race ahead of the Grand Prix on Sunday. So places to be gained. Absolutely.
We're in a decent place to fight for a better position tomorrow, and hopefully we can get some points even already tomorrow. That will be the goal.
Hey Daniel, in these conditions, you look pretty good out there.
No, I was actually really happy with the session, and I'm a little, I guess, frustrated because I honestly felt I had better pace than what we showed, and I think it was just a timing thing. I got 1 lap in. I think Charles and myself are the only ones with 1 lap in Q3, and everyone else did 2. And obviously in these conditions, it helps massively. But it is what it is. So of course for that, I'm like, poor me. But happier with the pace we had, and it was comfortable with the car, so it was pretty decent.
So what are you feeling about tomorrow? What do you think is possible?
It's not too crowded here. Tomorrow, I don't mind feeling this, what I feel now, like a little bit of it's kind of like, I'm not, it's a bit like after Monza though, I feel after the qualifying so close, and I think I had more to show today, but circumstances, so it's all good, but I feel I've got a bit of a point to prove, so we got two races to do that, and looking forward to it, so we'll see. I think it's dry tomorrow, so not sure where that puts us, but I think in those dry conditions early in the session, I was actually pretty comfortable, and I think we had a decent pace.
Hey Nicky, we saw you go off track. What happened?
That was just going out on a new set of slick tires, kind of, I was out of sequence with a lot of cars on track, so obviously trying not to impede anybody, and I must have just put a wheel in the wet patch on cold tires, so in the end it didn't really affect much, it didn't really damage the tires, they were still okay to do the 2 laps.
How did the car feel before that moment?
It's still tricky. The theme is I'm just still not having the confidence I need to push the car. If I don't have it in the dry, I'm definitely not going to have it in the wet, and I'm definitely not going to have it in mixed conditions. So, it was tricky already in FP1, but it was at least nice to get a first proper go at driving the car in the wet conditions, as I'm sure we'll have more wet qualifyings and races throughout the year. So that was good, at least. But it's just still a struggle to get the feeling of the car that I need to push it, and as I said, it's just the mixed conditions made it very tricky.
The forecast at least looks better for tomorrow, so hopefully does that give you a little bit more optimism that things might go a bit more smoothly?
That doesn't really change much, to be honest. Yes, maybe in principle it'll be easier to kind of feel the car, but in terms of a prospect of having a nice result, I think it's going to be the same mixed or dry, but we're clearly still lacking a bit of pace, so we're obviously not in a good position, but I guess we have the sprint race, so hopefully can move a bit forward in there and secure a better spot for Sunday.